Moving now to the legendary Hollywood actor and director Robert Redford, who died today at age 89 in his home in Utah. Redford starred in and directed Oscar-winning films and founded the Sundance Film Festival. Reed Cowan joins us now. He's a CBS News anchor who also directed a documentary that premiered in 2010 at the Sundance Film Festival. Reed, it's great to have you with us. Just take it away. You have a lot of perspective on Robert Redford. He was one of the most important actors of my young life, seeing him on screen. And then he became a director and also a huge friend and mentor to up-and-coming directors. Take it away.
Yeah, and a friend to storytelling and the power of story. You know, I got the word this morning from where I was anchoring the news that he had passed away, and I just felt this overwhelming sense, Major, of gratitude for somebody who not only elevated storytellers in our world, but made sure that he caught his own celebrity light and then shared it with other storytellers because he believed in the craft of storytelling and the power of storytelling to change the world.
And Reed, we had a discussion in the newsroom, and some of my younger colleagues were like, I'm not sure he's that great. I don't know his movies that well. And I said, okay, have you heard of Quentin Tarantino? Have you heard of James Wan? Have you heard of David Aronofsky? Have you heard of David O. Russell, Ryan Coogler, Robert Rodriguez? I'm just name-checking all those. Anna DuVernay, all of whom were helped and assisted and mentored by Sundance and what Robert Redford put out there for independent filmmakers.
Well, and it is very true that if you look at all of the list of Oscar-winning directors and actors and producers over the last several decades, many of them came up through the Sundance Film Festival. And as somebody who was born and raised in Utah, in rural Utah, not far away from the beautiful Sundance Resort, it's just a point of pride for me to know that a guy named Robert Redford, who had that white-hot spotlight because of the way he looked and his amazing charm, and he wanted to go to the mountains of Utah and create this creative space for other creators to come and hone their craft because, again, he believed that stories could elevate the world. And, you know, he was very much pro-young people. I wrote him back in 1997 when I was a college student, and I said, Mr. Redford, can I come and cover the Sundance Film Festival? I have a camera. Not long after that, I got word back from his people. He gave me this credential. I was able to hang out with Oliver Stone, Al Pacino, some of the greats of their time, because he knew that I would take the story of the Sundance Film Festival and bring it to young people who then could carry forward in storytelling and the art of storytelling. And then I grew up in 2010. I got one of these. I got to be a director for a film that premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. This is the actual film Case that we carried into Sundance that premiered to sellout audiences there. Just what a remarkable person who didn't see fame as something from ego. He saw it as a power that needed to be shared, and he shared it well.
Reed, I'm going to tell you that I love Barefoot in the Park. It's not one of his better-known movies, but I think it's terrific. And I also want to praise and name-check Ordinary People. He directed that movie. It won Oscars. It was among the most bold and counter-Hollywood movies you could possibly try to put into the commercial space. And Robert Redford had the courage to do that.
Yep.
What are some of your favorites?
Well, I would echo exactly what you just said, and I also want to piggyback off of what you said, counter Hollywood. You know, Robert Redford hit this perfect sweet spot balance to where he was able to work with Hollywood, shepherd creators up into winning Oscars, but he was also able to be the guy who was not the Hollywood guy, who wanted to make sure that the conversation happened up in the mountains, and that's why we all gravitated to his light, because he believed in the power of these stories.
And also, I would also name-check the movie Sneakers. Also not associated with Robert Redford's great pantheon of Oscar movies and things like that, but it's a heck of a story, and he has a great sort of witty side-eye approach throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? That was the great thing about watching how he programmed the Sundance Film Festival. Before I, got to have my own film, my own documentary at Sundance, I got to live in the state of Utah, and every year we would wait to see which film actually was selected to come out. And there was always this great variety. Funny films, films that made you think, films that made you cry. He knew the power of that, and it was so important.
Reed Cowan, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.